a ref, that ref should be banned, I'm telling you now.
Right, Caio, sut mae y Swans yn effeithio ar y ddysgu ti?
Wel, wrth gwrs, ni'n miso llawer o ysgol oherwydd y gemau anti-sadwr. Ond mae'n rhaid wneud yn siŵr bod ni yn straden o'r rhaid wneud siŵr bod ni dal lan ar gwaith.
Diolch.
Diolch. Diolch. We'd like to thank Jordan and his team here at Swansea Academy. It's been a fantastic week. Enjoyed every minute of it. Eye-opening, to say the least. How there's so much emphasis placed on education for the young. The message they convey to the academy players, the importance of getting the qualifications should they not succeed in becoming professionals is so important, and it's really driven home to them.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they do 30% education and 70% of the time football, which is quite different to the norm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most colleges, as he said, is the other way around.
Even then they're a little bit reluctant to do the education.
Yeah. So, no, I think it's just amazing how they, as you say, the player care has become massive recently, isn't it?
That's the prime importance, isn't it? The well-being, mentally and physically, of the players is their main goal, really.
Yeah, I think John said 0.1% to make it to the elite level, so a lot of these boys aren't going to make it, and they've got to have something to fall back on, otherwise they're going to be leaving you after 2 years and nothing to show for what they've done, and they're scratching over school or work or anything, then education.
Yeah.
But if they can do it here, they've got two avenues to a career, really, haven't
they? They've created at such a young age, such a professional way of life, really. They encourage them to be representatives of Swansea City inside and outside of the academy, and you can tell that by the behaviour of the boys. They're shaking our hands, they're fantastic ambassadors for the club.
Yeah, I think the small things they're trying to do, they each got a job, haven't they, every week. Yeah. One's on cones, one's on balls, one's moving the goals, and there's all sorts of different jobs. And it does really reflect on their behaviour, say, in and out of the class around the area.
There's respect all the way through, isn't there? It works both ways. The boys really respect the educators, and the educators likewise respect all the scholars.
I think it was interesting though that he was saying that they've more options available now, and there's one's doing bricklaying, there's a couple doing barbering courses, so they're not all just doing either A-levels or BTECs, they're finding different avenues, so more players can be involved in it. It's more inclusive now, isn't it? You know, in the past I think it was, by the sounds of it, it was just BTECs, A-levels or nothing, like, you know. And that's where boys are reluctant to do it, haven't they?
Yeah, and they've got big plans. They're going to try and expand this. They want to make this the ethos of it being a college as opposed to an academy. So they literally go into college, which just happens to be as part of Swansea City Football Club.
Yeah, brilliant. I think that's it then.
Like I said, going forward, what we could take from this week into our future placements and into our future practice, I think would be, I don't know, a work ethos.
The education part of it is a bigger part, and it's like, as Jordan always said, oh, my advice here was my advice here, but his biggest advice was always if we ever get a job and we have got Swansea City players involved, is that don't be afraid to drop a message, tell him look, he's misbehaving, he's not attending, because they have got plans in place to, you know, suspend players or pull them off the programme. So that'll help me a lot in the future. So if I have ever got any Swans players, I've already can name drop Jordan in fairness, can we?
Yeah, we've made some fantastic contacts. I mean, Jordan said they're trying to integrate Swansea City more into the community, and he offered us the opportunity to be able to visit our placement schools of where they can, some academy players can talk to some of the students, even conduct a PE lesson, which I know my students would thrive on that. They would, the respect they'd show the players, they'd be in awe of these players. So I'm definitely taking them up on that offer.
Definitely. Yeah.
And finally, I've got free tickets for Saturday. So
enjoy, Matt.
Up the Swans! Lean into me, Reece. Lean into me.